Hi mommies, this is Tanya, Noor's mom. So today I'm going to be speaking to you all about why should you not add salt to your baby's food before 1 year of age. So I'm sure you have heard this that you should not be giving salt to your baby below 1 year of age from a lot of people these days, your pediatrician, fellow moms, other mom bloggers, but you keep on wondering that why is it so? So I'm going to be telling you why you should avoid salt for your babies below 1 year of age. So first, let us understand what are the requirements of salt or sodium for your child. So less than 12 months or less than 1 year of age, your child needs less than 1 gram or around 1 gram of salt, which is around 0.4 gram of sodium per day. From 1 to 3 years, it becomes 2 gram of salt or 0.8 gram of sodium. Now, let's understand how this salt requirement is met. So, for the first 6 months of a baby's life, he or she is either dependent completely on formula milk or breast milk or both. Now, both breast milk and formula milk naturally have salt in them or sodium. How the breastfeeding mother, when she eats food rich in salt, that goes into the breast milk. And with formula milk, that salt, as per the baby's requirement, is already added. So the first 6 months of life, baby salt requirement is sorted. After that, when you introduce solids, obviously the milk intake reduces a little, but with that we also introduce new foods, and foods like fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, they naturally have sodium or salt in them. So the baby's requirement of less than 1 gram or 1 gram of salt per day is easily met by a breast milk or formula milk or the little solids that the baby is eating. We don't need to give any extra salt to our babies below 1 year of age. Our babies' bodies do not require any more salt because the amount that they require, which is 1 gram or less than 1 gram, is easily met by the things they are already having. But what happens when the child has foods which have salt in excess of the amount that they require? So this can lead to various problems. So like I've always said that babies, especially in the first year of their life, are very tiny humans. They're just developing, their body is adapting to the environment, all their organ systems are still developing, they are immature. So their kidneys are also immature, they are developing. So whenever we give them salt in excess to what is required for their bodies, it puts an unnecessary pressure on the kidneys. The kidneys have to work harder, which might affect the functioning of the kidneys. It can also lead to various kidney problems. Another thing that happens with excess salt is that it causes the body to excrete more calcium through the urine, and when this particular thing happens, it can lead to kidney stone. Also, because excess sodium causes that calcium to go out in the urine, the calcium that is required for the child to develop his bones also goes out. So this leads to very brittle joints and bones and weak joints and bones, which can lead to osteoporosis later in life. Then having salt in addition to what is required can cause various cardiovascular problems in the future, like BP, high BP, hypertension, anxiety. It can also lead to dehydration. So salt is a mineral that after being absorbed by the organs and the body, the excess is absorbed by the water in the body, and that then comes out in the form of urine or sweat. So when we are giving salt which is more than what the body requires, that means the remaining water that is there in the body, in that the salt gets dissolved, then it has to come out in the form of urine or sweat, and that is when the baby gets dehydrated and you don't even come to know that this is happening. Also, having salt in excess can cause babies to naturally have a preference of salty foods throughout their life. So like I've always said that the first 1,000 days of a child's life in terms of nutrition is very important, because it is the building block foundation of all his future habits, how his health is going to be. So having excessive salty foods right in the beginning can cause children to have a preference for only salty foods and excessive salty foods later on in life. Then it can also cause them to reject the natural flavor of foods, natural fruits, natural vegetables. They would want it to be salty all the time. So all of these problems can happen if we give our babies or toddlers salt in excess of what their body requires. So you will not see all of these problems occurring right now. Like, you've given salt to your baby and then you see your baby having kidney stones. No, that's not going to happen. All this happens when the child enters into childhood, adolescenthood, and later in adult life. And then you keep on wondering that हम तो इतना नमक खाते नहीं, how come he has hypertension or anxiety when there is no family history. So it is because of all these small things, and the foundation needs to be absolutely strong. Later on, your baby might start getting frequent fractures, and we don't even realize that something such a minute thing like salt may be a cause for it, because it causes the calcium to get out of the body. So it is advised that you should not give salt to your baby at least till 1 year of age. Do not add any salt in baby's food. Occasionally, 1 or 2 times, giving here and there is okay. Don't make a big deal about it. If someday you need to give bread to your baby, it's okay. Don't fuss about it that much. But don't make it a habit, because like I said, if you make it a habit, the child will start preferring that and he will stop liking or demanding any other natural foods or fruits or vegetables. So when can you start adding salt to your baby's food? So like I said, avoid before 1 year of age. After 1 year of age, you can start adding salt in very, very less quantity. So whenever you start, because now the child's requirement of salt has moved up by 1 gram more, then you start adding very, very little to their food. Initially, the child might take time to adjust, but in a few days, in say a month's time, the baby will easily start accepting salty food, but it should not be very, very salty, just like a small pinch. That is all. That is all what your child requires. Now, a lot of moms come to me and they share their problems and their questions of why we should not add salt to baby's food till 1 year of age. So let me discuss some with you. So the first problem is that I have just started weaning for my child and my baby is not having anything. He's not accepting anything I'm giving because I'm not adding salt to his food, so he's not liking the taste. This is absolutely false. This is a misconception. The baby has been in your womb. He has just come out. It has just been 6 months. He has only tasted breast milk or formula till now. How in the world will he know the taste of salt? I mean, how will he understand flavor? He doesn't know anything. The reason why he's not accepting those first foods is because till date he's used to liquid food. He's used to formula milk, breast milk. And suddenly we start giving him solids and he finds that texture odd, weird, which is why he starts rejecting it. But eventually, within a month or so, he does get used to it, because that's how our bodies have been made. So do not worry about it. It is not because of salt that your baby is rejecting solids. Second problem. My baby is not eating food because it is bland. It has no taste. So dear mothers, like I just said, babies have no knowledge of taste. They have just been born. They don't know what salty is, sweet is. They will take whatever you give them. Your food is not bland without salt, because babies don't know what bland is. If your child can enjoy khichdi just like that without salt, why do you have a problem? What is there such a big deal to fuss about? If your child is enjoying foods, fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses in their natural taste, what is the problem? There is no problem. It's actually a good thing. You are creating a very, very healthy foundation for your child's body. He will be a very, very healthy being, when he grows up. The reason why your baby is not eating a particular food can be because he really doesn't like the texture of it, or he really doesn't like the taste of it. So, and in case you feel that, the taste is the problem, instead of salt, there are so many things that you can add to enhance the taste of the food that you're giving to your babies. You can add spices like turmeric, haldi, hing, jeera, ajwain, ginger, garlic. There is black pepper. You can start adding black pepper, dhania powder, Then there is even Italian spices like oregano, basil, and other spices like cardamom powder, cinnamon powder. All of them are safe for your baby. All of them impart flavor and taste to the food, and your baby will easily have them. Next problem or next question is that हम एक चुटकी ही नमक डालते हैं. What's the big deal? एक चुटकी में से तो कुछ नहीं होगा ना. So now let me tell you, एक चुटकी means 1/4 gram, 0.25 gram, right, of salt. Now below 1 year of age, the requirement is 1 gram per day maximum. So if you're giving 3 meals a day, in 3 meals you're adding that एक चुटकी नमक. How much is it? 0.75 gram is already been used. And on top of that, baby is also eating solids which have natural sodium. Baby is also drinking milk which also has salt. So that is why that salt actually becomes excess of the requirement. So even एक चुटकी is not good before 1 year of age. Next problem that I get is that if we don't add salt to our baby's food, then they will never get into the habit of eating normal food. That is not true. Salt and sugar also actually are two kind of spices that are easily accepted by a human body. So when you start adding salt, initially it might take a little longer because the baby is not used to it, but eventually in a month or so he'll easily accept it. Babies get adapted to anything very, very quickly. And the last problem is that my in-laws, my parents, my grandparents are saying that why there is such a fuss about salt. There was no such fuss during our times. हमारे टाइम में तो हम सब खिलाते थे. Now what's the big deal about it? So you must tell them that now we are in the 21st century. The kind of technology we have, the kind of research that's been happening was not available during their times. During our times, even the amount of diseases that are out are so many. Every person here or there has diabetes or high BP, hypertension, they have cholesterol. Did all of these exist earlier? No, that's because our eating habits have changed, our lifestyles have changed, and because of all this, researchers and scientists, they have spent hours researching about the causes of this, and they have managed to track back these things right to childhood, right to when the baby is an infant. So now that we know that all these small things, if we take care of them right now, will help your child later on in life, then what's the problem? We need to understand that all these diseases that happen these days, BP, cholesterol, heart disease, all of these that happen, they don't happen with just one cause. There are so many causes attached to it, and it is just these small efforts that help you stay away from them. Why can't we compromise a little in our cooking for the first 2-3 years of our child's life, just for the sake of his health later on? So the verdict is no salt before 1 year of age, because it is harmful for your child's health, and you should even after 1 year only use it in very, very minimal quantities. Till your babies are say around 2 years of age, the reins are still in your control. You can still control what your child is eating, what he's not eating. So till the time you can, why not help them develop a very, very healthy body? Anyways, when children grow up, they are going to go after those packaged foods and Maggi and namkeens and what not that's available in the market. They are actually overflowing with salt. So they are anyways going to have all of them later on. So right now, when the control is in your hand, please take that step. Please take that step for your child's health, future health. This was all about salt and babies. Hope my video was helpful. Keep writing. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.